And we are back. Now let's continue on. We're going to learn on how the bodies
That's
are moved.
true.
So let's
We
go.
searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing.
Nope, we could not.
And according to what Celeste said,
It's great. It's great in all honesty. It's super great. Oh my gosh, flashbacks.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it.
Oh.
But to carry that much
Oh, that
weight
almost
from
hit me
the
on the back
first
of my head.
floor up to the
Anyway, let's
third
talk about this
in
trial
that short
going on
amount of
right about
time?
now.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible? What?
And I know it.
If the dead
We
body
know it.
were to move itself?
The dead body moved on its own?
This is my favorite track in all of Danganronpa. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people's favorite tracks.
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult.
Not a
I
ghost.
think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Snap back to reality. Whoop, there goes gravity. Nope.
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
Right.
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Well,
Perhaps
was
simply
he?
playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Hmm. Is it really possible? Hell yeah, it is. Jeez Louise, there's lots of things. Alright. Now, this is another one where we have to copy another lie.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Mm-hmm.
It is impossible.
Is it?
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt. And
Was
you
he?
know
We
that
never
how?
really checked.
Surely
So,
you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Yep. Now, there are actually a lot of these cases where you actually have to...
That when we first found there's a chance he was
Actually,
No.
Oh.
It is in Hifumi was that, and you know that how? Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Boom.
no, that's wrong.
God, we heard it twice. We heard it twice. Twice is nice.
Was the
So
body
good.
discovery announcement that was made
So
really
good.
intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Was it?
Maybe.
Actually, yeah, it
But
was.
that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
Right.
So there's a good chance we made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
Right.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Yes.
Well,
Please
it's a very
enlighten us,
sensitive issue,
stupid
so I can't go
individualities.
into too much detail, but what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
For the
That didn't answer our
first
question,
time
man.
in
We're asking for a lazy
forever.
No, actually, that was plenty. Huh? He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's
Right.
true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Right, we did. And the second time was when we found both bodies.
I got it!
were rediscovered.
We heard it a second time in the repository when we rediscovered the two bodies.
Right. After a certain amount of time. Oh my gosh, why are they playing this freaking body discovery announcement?
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Correct.
And in reality,
Oh, there
when
goes
the two
gravity.
dead bodies were
I say that every
rediscovered,
time someone says reality.
One of them was actually
So
being discovered
yeah.
for the first time.
I should probably stop.
So when we found Hifumi the
So-
first time in the nurse's office,
Yep, the
he
nurse's
wasn't actually
office.
dead yet.
Most
Meaning he wasn't
likely
actually
not.
Found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
Right.
And that's just part of it.
Just part of it.
There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
And
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
what?
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
I think
Okay then,
there
let's
is.
take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body.
There is something.
Then it should become clear
There
whether
is
he was really alive or not.
something.
This whole thing is pointless.
Is it? Is it, Celeste? Is it really pointless? Boomy's glasses. Oh, sorry about that. I am so sorry about that.
Well, here's one thing we do know.
All right.
The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office.
Correct.
And then, while me and Celeste were in the
You
bathroom,
don't know.
his body disappeared.
True.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
Truer than
But when
true.
you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Whoops. That's false. Actually, in the last 5 seconds. God damn. God damn.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses.
His
That fact alone proves that he was only
glasses.
playing dead in the beginning.
right.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
All right.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with
I'm
blood.
gonna try. They're so much harder to record than everything else, because obviously you don't know how long they could be.
But when we found him again later in the
Even if
repository,
you do know all the correct responses, it's like,
they
oh,
were
oh my gosh.
spotless.
This is why I'm not looking forward to doing Danganronpa 2, because
And
the
I
trials are
found the
longer
items
than the
used
last
to
trial
wipe
in
them
this
clean in the
one.
nurse's office trash can.
So yeah. All right, what we found in the trash can was that.
I got it!
Sorry.
It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring
Where
a
is the
certain
thing?
cartoon mascot.
What is the glasses
One look at the
wiping
bloodstain
thing?
on
It's
the
right
cloth should
there.
make things clear.
Okay.
This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean.
That it was. That
And the
it
mascot on the
was.
cloth is the
Don't
same one
you
that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt
Yeah.
anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
Same with me.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught
Yuck.
dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
True.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Yep.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is...
Yes.
What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was
Hero,
wiped
you
away
just-
using his own
Okay,
glasses
I like Hero,
cleaning cloth.
but he just shouldn't talk
Even if that
unless
is true, it does
spoken
not
to.
mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
Right.
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
So
Right.
let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet.
Yes.
And with
Yes.
that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes
Copious corpse.
possible, wouldn't you say?
Corpus corpse. We're saying that 5 times fast. Corpus corpse, corpus, blah, blah, blah. Corpus corpse, corpus corpse, corpus corpse, corpus, blah, blah.
What was with all that blood?
Like, seriously.
Was it paint or something?
No.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies.
Emergencies.
probably
But
used
does
one of
any of
those.
us actually know how to use it?
He figured
Nah, I
if he
just
was
gotta
gonna
ask
play dead,
that.
he should go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot.
Oh, Aaron Fitzgerald.
And if
Your
Hifumi
voice is
was
like an
still alive at that
angel.
point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained.
Uh-huh.
It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Yep. That was Hifumi.
It could only have been Hifumi.
Right.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
But how did he
That
even...
also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
That's true.
The door was locked?
Her
Well,
eyes
after
were
the
all like,
bodies
yeah?
disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me
Mm-hmm.
and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository.
Mm-hmm.
So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case.
Oh, jeez.
He was one of the assailants.
But that
Dum bum
means
bum
he
bum bum.
took part in the murders.
Yeah.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Yeah.
There's more?
Oh, there's tons more.
Absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
Right. The item. It was... this one.
I got it!
Got it.
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Yep.
Hidden note?
Yeah,
That's
don't
right.
worry about it.
We found it stuffed in his pants.
Don't worry about it, Makoto. Why'd you say his pants? You could have just said don't worry about it.
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well...
I honestly don't
okay,
understand why Sakura had to say that.
Take
It's
a
a
look at
little
what the
weird,
note
but it's
says.
I don't know. I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Ooh. Mom Kuma, let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
Correct.
Not the same?
Nope.
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And
Who
that
could that
person
person
could only
been?
have been...
Hifumi's pants, obviously.
I got it!
No, it's Taka.
That's right!
Obviously.
Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Right.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand
Okay.
what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right?
Right.
So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
TikTok?
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Man, just like Jill. I can't let her get to me. Nope. All right.
Huffy had the note, right?
Yes.
Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
No.
But remember what the note said.
Right.
What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
Yep.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Wrong. And that missed. How? Oh well, I kind of figured it was gonna miss.
But remember what time did it say to 6 a.m.? The time doesn't matter!
Nope.
The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
That's a dead-on bullseye.
No, it's wrong.
No, you're wrong. You've got nothing on this dick.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the
Boom.
hell are you talking about?
We're talking about
The
everything.
note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Right.
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
Yeah.
Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone
Whoa,
used
that
that
was
note to trick Taka.
Okay.
Just the same as me.
Mm-hmm.
The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
He took it.
Pants, no less!
Yeah,
Most
Makoto,
likely,
you really
Hifumi
shouldn't have said
stole it
pants. You
off
should have just
Taka's
said hidden
corpse
note. And it's
after
like,
he
hidden
died.
note, where'd you find it? It's like, don't worry about it.
He stole it?
Yep, he
Where's
stole
your
it.
proof? Go ahead, show us.
I've got it right here. It is. Boom.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Right.
And Taka's scrap.
We still haven't even heard news about the
Hifumi's
the English
Yup.
dub
They're
of
from the same
Danga
piece
of
of paper.
this game, the English
Hifumi
dub
had the note left
anime
for
version
Taka,
of this
while
game.
Taka's corpse
Like seriously,
still
you think we
grasped
would
a
have heard
small
more news
piece
about
of
it? Like
that
I
note.
heard like there was a cast back in
There's
March, I
only
believe.
one way
It's
to
July.
explain it.
Taka died clutching the
That's
note.
fine. That's fine.
Hifumi tried to free the note from its death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
Small.
That means
Scrap.
Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In
Right.
fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
Right.
No.
No. Just
when
no.
we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and
Seriously,
completely
sometimes,
dead. The second
like I said,
body
Hero
discovery announcement proves
shouldn't talk. It's for your own
So
benefit.
then,
Just saying.
who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
Right.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Right.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Walrus?
Who are you calling a walrus?
What do you mean by walrus anyway? She's like
When they were killed bothers
nowhere
me
close
too.
to looking like a
There's
walrus.
something that's been bothering me even more.
Oh.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same. With them
Yeah,
having
that's
similar
true.
fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right?
Yeah?
So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised.
That-
It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of
Yeah.
yours after all.
I gotta say, Hero, you got
Hell
something
yeah,
useful.
It's packed in there good and tight.
I
He's
don't doubt
right,
that.
though. I don't understand it either. The
Yeah?
Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments.
Right.
But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms,
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
Well,
So which
That's
hammer
useful.
was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were
one.
accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is
But
big
I
enough to kill
don't
someone.
know why she brought that up in all honesty.
Um,
Alright.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
Yeah, the same kind of thing.
so then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
A weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. I think we all know what it is. So let's figure that out. I have to find the truth. We'll reach out to the truth of our lives. Oh, no, doesn't now break away. Yeah, the spotless hammer. Obviously.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was
Yep.
the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Can I get a witness?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
I kind of want to actually go to that website just to see where it takes
The
me.
murder weapon had to be one of the Justice.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
That is pretty wrong.
The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all.
Nope.
No, it was something completely different.
But
Well,
seriously? A
somewhat.
different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could
Directly
have easily
from
used that to kill
the
Hifumi.
repository.
Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer
Murder.
got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like
Fat
ones.
ones, skinny ones.
I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
Most likely.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used the hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Correct.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
That
So
is
the idea
true.
that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We
Luda-
talked about
Luda.
this, did we not?
Alright, we'll find that answer next time on Danganronpa.